emails are being released as the committee asks for them, and I've been extremely clear from the beginning of my tenure as Premier that as the committee asked for information, they were going to get it. That's what's happening, and so the only reason that an email wouldn't have reached committee members is that it is sitting with the clerk and it's about to go, or it hasn't been asked for yet. So as they're asked for, they will get them.
Jerry Agar for Ezra Levant. So far, the Ontario Liberals have lied to us. That's proven. Stolen our money. That's proven as well, since they admitted they cancelled gas plants for purely partisan political reasons and driven the province into debt in a scandalous way. They've tried to hide evidence, probably illegally, and now they want the taxpayers to pay to uncover the evidence. Yet I got a call today on my radio show from a man who will vote for them because he imagines all other parties to be worse. Christina Blizzard is here from The Sun. It's just, you know, it's in the very short tenure that she has had as Premier, just watching her in that little clip that we just had, your head wants to explode.
Well, yeah, and the Privacy Commissioner, today we heard again from Anne Cavoukian, the Privacy Commissioner, who is once again going after the Ministry of Government Services, asking them why they didn't look harder for these emails. She is quite angry about this. The Tories released a letter now, and as Lisa MacLeod said, they want to put up a $3 million stonewall so that we can't get access to these emails. We don't know what's in them as of yet. We believe that they are from Premier Kathleen Wynne. She co-chaired the campaign in 2011, so it was the campaign, we know, who took the decision to cancel the Mississauga gas plant. So there's a lot of questions right now, Jerry.
Well, and Kathleen Wynne said under oath that she was not part of the discussions. I wasn't in that room was one of the phrases she used. Yeah. But I talked to the PC energy critic, Vic Fideli, today, and he said they got the all of these email tapes under a search of certain words like Project Vapor, power plants, and he said thousands of them are attached to Kathleen Wynne under those terms. So we haven't actually seen the emails yet, but it's hard to believe what she said under oath.
Well, yeah, exactly. And now, in light of what we hear in this latest letter from the Privacy Commissioner, that she is asking the Government Services Ministry why, as an officer of the legislature, they did not take her search request more seriously. And we have, as you know, Gerald, we've got 5 by-elections happening next week. We need to know this now. We need this information. The Auditor General has a report coming out about the Oakville plant, how much that cost to cancel, the details of that. We need this information before this midsummer, these crazy midsummer by-elections. This is information voters need to have in their hands right now, what happened and why, and show us these emails, and don't charge taxpayers $3 million. If anyone should be paying for that, it should be the Liberal Party. We could have had them for free if she had not deleted her emails.
Yeah, that's exactly right. She and many others. Yeah. And Anne Cavoukian, you mentioned the Privacy Commissioner. Now, in years past, Anne Cavoukian has kind of signed off on this government as being transparent and doing their job, and she has become furious, really, because I said to her something about the strong language that she was using in her recent reports, and she said, well, it's going to get stronger. And I don't want anybody watching to think that she's starting to be profane. No. She's using words about just, disgusting and a pretty strong language for a person like her.
Well, absolutely. I have covered Anne Cavoukian over many years, and she is, as you say, she's usually a very mild-mannered officer of the legislature, but she takes her job to heart very much. Mm-hmm. It's not just a privacy commissioner, it's the access to information is the other part of her job, and she understands that that's what democracy is all about, that you have to base democracy on transparency, on openness, and this is not what she is seeing from this government, and that is why she's getting so angry.
Well, suddenly those kind of honeymoon numbers for Kathleen Wynne when she first came in are starting to disappear. There was that Forum poll just the other day showing that their numbers are slipping. Do you think that's an accurate reading?
Well, yeah, Jerry, I've been out to all the ridings. I've been in all the ridings where the by-elections are being held. That's right along the 401 corridor, pretty well from Windsor up to Ottawa South. Mm-hmm. Premier Dalton McGuinty's seat. And what I'm hearing is the gas plant issue is resonating there. People are really sick and tired and disillusioned. They look at this government, they think it's hypocritical. They're upset with Andrea Horwath, I believe, for propping up this government, I think there was a real appetite for a general election.
Yeah, well, I think, as you might recall, the numbers were showing before the last general election that the PCs could win it, and then they didn't. They stumbled and dropped the ball, and they lost it. Now it's the same team. Tim Hudak, a lot of Conservatives feel, doesn't really have the heft to carry that, but there might be a possibility that things will get so bad for the Liberals, as I think they should, that it won't be that the PCs will win. Maybe the Liberals will just finally lose.
Well, finally, will voters get smart? I mean, this nonsense about they don't trust Tim Hudak. What? And you trust the people who spent $600 million to cancel 2 gas plants, one of them in the middle of an election to save 5 seats. If you really still trust that party to elect them, I give up.
Yeah, it's one thing about the incompetence with some of the other things like e-health, et cetera, and other scandals that we've talked about. But that was just naked stealing of the money. Do you believe that it could, in fact, eventually extend to charges that there's criminal activity here?
I don't know at this point, and I don't believe at this, to my knowledge, that they have actually called in the cops on that. I believe that
they want to read the emails first.
We're still waiting for the OPP report on Orange. So you know, maybe when that one's done, when we see what's happening with that one. I mean, this is the last in a long litany of scandals and botched mismanagement of money. The Liberals have actually paid absolutely no regard to taxpayers' money. They have no idea how hard people work in order to pay their taxes. They simply don't care.
Well, it's because the ministers don't read the reports. Thanks for coming in.
My pleasure, Jerry.
All right.